Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to think in English. And before answering this very complicated question, I want to answer why first, or why in the first place. Why do you need to think in English or any other language that you're trying to learn? Fortunately, the answer is very simple. You need that because if you do otherwise, meaning if you think in your own language or your native language, what happens is that in your head and brain, you think about something, you get the idea, and then you translate it, and then you say it. So it's a complicated process. You go through three steps, and what makes it even more complicated is translation because you're not translating word by word or word for word. You're translating the meaning, which makes it very complicated. Whereas if you think of something and then you say it, it's very simple. It makes you seem or sound very confident, fluent, and smooth. Whereas if you're translating in your head, it's gonna be complicated and it'll make you feel under pressure, nervous, and you don't want to be in those situations. Now, how to think in English? The first step is to label everything around you in English. Meaning, whenever you see something around you, the items around you they all should be in English. Whenever you see something, a desk, I don't know, a pen, headphones, microphone, whatever, it should be as that English word. And it's like an exercise, and the more you do it, the better. And it's like a game because you have to switch your thoughts to English, and that step will definitely help you. Second step. The second step is maybe something you are already doing, which is talking to yourself. It seems a little bit crazy, but it's not. It's so practical, especially for introverted people. You are from time to time you talk to yourself. Nothing wrong about that, but know that this is an opportunity for you because you are already doing this. The only thing that you're gonna change is the language. So instead of thinking and saying things in your own language, you're gonna start saying them in English or any other language that you're trying to learn. But I want to mention a problem here. So let's say you're saying something, right? You're talking to yourself and you're expressing yourself. The problem here is that you should always make sure that what you're saying is correct. Meaning you shouldn't get comfortable. I call it the linguistic comfort zone. And it happens a lot. Whenever you try to practice with yourself and you speak, you talk to yourself, you're going to say a lot of things, a lot of words, a lot of expressions. And if you don't pay attention and maybe you're making a mistake, you're going to say it again and again. You're going to repeat that mistake again and again. So you're going to be convinced that the way you're saying that thing is correct. So what happens is whenever you're in a situation and you are with people, you're gonna make that mistake because you're convinced it's right, it's correct, and you don't want to be in those situations, of course. That's why don't get comfortable. I'm not saying you shouldn't make mistakes. That's not the point. But don't get comfortable. Try to make sure that what you're saying is correct. Whenever you're saying something, especially that the advantage here is that we get a feeling whenever we say something, especially if you're intermediate, you're gonna feel that the sentence or the word isn't correct. It's not right. You're gonna get this feeling. Whenever you get this feeling, make sure that what you're saying is correct. Third step, think about different situations in English. Now, let's imagine that you're meeting up with your friends today, and it's gonna be a process. So think about that process from A to Z, but in English. You know, from choosing the place to calling your friends and I don't know, transportation, what to order, everything. And keep repeating this exercise with different situations. Every time you do it with a very different situation in life. In the end, it's up to you, my friend, to choose your own developed ways that will enable you to think in English. So, tactics are different. There are so many tactics. And by the way, if you have any ideas or tactics that you believe are interesting in working, share them in the comment section. And the whole idea is that all of those tactics are exercises that you should do, again and again and again, because this goal is not something you're going to achieve overnight. It takes a little bit of time because it's a little bit complicated to shift all of your thoughts from your native language to English or any other language you're trying to learn. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time and see you soon. Bye.